Hi folks, thanks for joining me. Right, we're back out and we're on a brand new permission. It's actually adjoining a permission next door which I've been on in the past, not for the last year or so. I've wandered across a couple of fields, a couple of stubble fields available at the moment. Haven't found much, but we're going to give it our best shot and let's see what turns up. Right, I've got a signal here which actually was reading as high as sort of 38, but it was bouncing up and down quite a bit and a fair bit of iron around it as well. That's probably about 9 inches deep, I think. I'm at the top end of this field now. And we've just had this little coin up, the first coin of the day. That looks like Victoria, doesn't it? So I think that's a Victoria penny. Bunhead. So now I can't actually see the date, but I'm guessing it's going to be sort of 1860-ish, something like that. Is it that way up? I think it's that way up. I don't think you're going to be able to see the date on there, but not to worry. Pleased to have found that. I've had what have I had? 2 or 3 buttons and some bits of scrap so far, but I'm going to give it our best shot. Found a little item there. It was only a couple of inches below the surface on a bit of stony ground. Not entirely sure what that is. Obviously it looks a bit like a spindle whorl, but it's not very well made if it is. I did think it was a hen weight at first, but they usually have a couple of holes in, don't they? So possibly a spindle whorl, but a poorly made one, I would say. Have a closer look at that later on. Right, I'm up at the top of the field, as you can see. Well, you probably can't see really, but that's where I am. In the stubble field, it's a bit rocky up here, which is quite nice. I like it when it's rocky. You get sometimes get shallow finds. Now, a couple of minutes ago, actually, just wandering across, I picked this up. I think that's Roman greyware. Now, the landowner who lives on the other side of the hedge there, the field, the permissioner, I should say, did mention that something Roman was found along here somewhere. I think it might have been a hoard. But again, it's just a rumour, so I'm not so sure really. But anyway, that's quite reassuring, that bit of Roman greyware, so I'm going to keep my eyes peeled for any more. So that's that anyway. I've just had a signal down here. Let me just tilt you down a bit. So this was about 6 inches deep in the high 30s, very screechy. And I think we've got a cartwheel penny. It's been a while since I've had one of these. I need some more gloves again, don't I? I don't have to go through gloves. So a cartwheel penny, they're usually in quite a poor condition. But I'll give that a brush up later on. But yeah, so early 1800s. No, actually it could be, is it 1797 with these? I think it might be that, around that date. So late 1700s-ish. Great, I'm chuffed with that. Right. I'm still in the same area, up at the top here. I've decided to grid this high spot in the field. That's where I've had a couple of coins from, and that bit of Roman potsherd as well. No Roman coins, unfortunately, so far. I just had a find down here. It was only, let's move you down a bit, it was only a shallow one. Just down here. And we've got this little, I don't know if it's going to focus or not really, but it's a copper coin. I think it's a hammered coin. Now there's very little detail on it, but you might be able to pick something up from there. I think just on the bottom, just to the left of that spot of mud, I think there's a letter C and a crown above it. So I think this may be a Charles Turner coin. I don't know if it's Charles I, Charles II. I don't know much about these, I'm afraid, but it's sort of mid-1600s. I think 1660-ish, possibly a bit later. But that's wonderful. It's worth gridding the field sometimes. Can't really make out a bust. No, can't see a lot on there at all, really. You can see you just see the crown, can't you? I think. It says it's upside down there, I think. Yeah, definitely letter C there. I don't know if there's another letter to the right, an R, possibly. Yeah, that's wonderful. I'm really happy with that. Great. Anybody recognise this? It was a couple of inches below the surface. Try and get my fingers out of the way. I don't know, it's it might be nothing, but it's got a bit of a strap end look. So it's thinner at this end here, so there would have been another bit on top there, but it's obviously broken off at some point. It looks a bit similar to an Anglo-Saxon strap end that I found before. Probably 2 or 3 videos back, I think. I may be wrong, but one of you folks might have an idea on that. It's, like I say, it's badly worn. Just below the surface. I'll have to get that checked out because it doesn't look, it's not decorated as far as I can see, but it's definitely a something. Yeah, I'll keep hold of that. That was towards the middle of this field. I've had a bit of a wander further down. As it's my first visit here, I wanted to get an idea of what the land's like, see where the finds are. So far, this top end of the field has been better. Right, that's that anyway. Right, just had a nice little find down here, folks, if you can see that in the mud. Only about 4 inches deep, maybe 5 inches at best. Give a screaming signal, 2728 on the Equinox using field 1. Now we've got a medieval spindle whorl. That's fabulous. Let's get that cleaned up a bit later. I usually do a roundup at the end of the video, so if you're interested in what I found, please do stick around for that and I'll show you later on. It's obviously a bit of a short hunt this time. Well, I've been out for a while, but the finds have been few and far between. But that's a lovely find, a nice little spindle whorl. Yeah, brilliant. Hiya folks, thanks for joining me for the roundup. Right, let's show you these bits and pieces. Okay, right, so some potsherds there. I'm pretty sure these are, well, that one's certainly Roman, and I think that one is too. Didn't find many though. I said before that the adjoining permission, I found quite a few potsherds from there, and I had a lovely silver Roman coin from there a while back as well. I'm not sure what that is. It's green coloured. I don't know if that's green glaze or not, to be fair. Key, modern pound coin, several buttons. That's a very worn coin. Not sure what it is. I think it's possibly a George I. I'll have to excuse the state of my fingernails. I've been cleaning coins and cleaning the fire out and various other tasks today. Yeah, so that's pretty much beyond it. That I think is a George III halfpenny, pretty sure it is. So it's probably early 1800s. The Victoria, got to be a penny, hasn't it? Bit of a state, that one. That looks quite big to me for a Victoria penny though. Did they change the sizes at some point? I'm really not sure. Can't see the date on it, but it's a bun head. So I think it's going to be 1860s thereabouts. The George III cartwheel penny, I've gone over it with some silver foil and one of those cleaning pencils. So there is some detail on it. It's not in fantastic condition, but I really didn't expect it to be anyway. But it's better than I hoped. The reverse looks a bit better. And I think that'll be 1797. Can't quite make out all of the date there. But not a bad little find really, that one. This one is Charles II. It's got the CR, so it's Charles II. That's a Turner coin, worth 2 pennies, I believe. And on the front of it, it's that way up. That's the thistle there, and the date would have been at the top. I can't really make it out, but it's 16. It'll be 1660s anyway. That's only the second one of those I've ever found, actually. Just bear with me a minute. Yeah, this is one I found a while back. That's the one from the recent journey. Right, so that's those anyway. Now then, this little scrappy type thing, I don't know what it is. I did try and get an ID on it, but I failed miserably. It's copper, it's non-magnetic. I thought possibly a strap end, but maybe it's, come on, focus please. Maybe it's just scrap. But if you have any ideas at all, please post a comment. I'd appreciate any input, any help. So whatever that is. A couple of pistol balls there. Spindle wall there. It's cleaned up quite nicely, that one. That's medieval. That's going to be 1200s to 1500, thereabouts. In fact, there's something similar in the book there. So that's a nice little find, that. Very pleased with that one. This one, it is a spindle wall. I don't know why I didn't recognise it straight away. I just thought it was a bit oddly shaped. But I've been on the Portable Antiquities website, had a good look through, and obviously I've weighed this, I've measured it, I've measured the size of the hole in the centre, and everything points to it being Iron Age to Roman, so that's a lot older than I expected it to be. So that's another nice find. So it was really quite more of an exploratory visit to this permission, because I was only there for about 5 hours. I didn't have an awful lot of time there. I just wandered across one small field briefly up into that top corner. I'm definitely going to go back there. And I mentioned before that I thought there'd been another detectorist in there. Well, obviously they've missed some stuff if they have been in there, so that's looking fairly promising. Yeah, so there we go, folks. So as always, thanks very much for joining me on the hunt. It was only a short one this time round, but like I say, it was about 5 hours I was there. But obviously it gets dark early these days, but I'm definitely going to go back, hopefully soon. I'm not sure if I'll be out again before Christmas. With my job, that's unlikely, but I'll keep my fingers crossed, we'll see. But if I don't see you before, a very happy Christmas to you all, and a very prosperous New Year. You all take care, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.